Okie dokie. Whew. Yeah. I found my Manga Kissa. That was a success. It was funny actually. So it was right here next to the McDonald's, still out in front of it. I walk in here on the ground floor and there's a couple, and I asked them if it was in this building, and sumimasen, Manga Kissa. First they said no, and I started to walk away. And I got maybe 10 steps down the street, and this woman ran out to flag me down and told me that it was indeed there. I guess there was just some misunderstanding, but very, very kind of her to go that much out of her way to flag me down and bring me back. So anyways, I get up in there, supposed to register, there's no one at the desk, supposed to register through an app. I try that, everything's in Japanese, I'm screenshotting, using Google Translate, blah, blah, blah. I get stonewalled on the app. I don't see anybody, so I just start shouting, "Sumimasen," to get someone's attention. I only said it like twice, but I said it loudly. And so finally, another one of the patrons came out, and he found the shopkeep for me. The guy came out. He spoke absolutely zero English. We had to do Google Translate to communicate. Thank God for fucking Translate. Like, doing this shit, I'm so fucking spoiled, like, that's even possible. We're able to type out a conversation, not even type out, we talked into my iPhone and it translated for us. Plenty of people were doing this shit way before that was even possible. I have no idea how I would have done business with that guy without that. It was difficult even with doing it. So anyways, he lets me skip the registration. I just pay. I tried to rent 1 hour. He wouldn't rent me 1 hour. He made me take 2. Whatever. And so then I pay. And first thing, I forget to zip up my fanny pack where I keep my coins. Coins spill out everywhere. And this is like a quiet place, like people are reading, studying, or sleeping, and I am doing, just being a gigantic, loud American, which, hey, I am who I am. I got, always try and carry myself with respect for where I am, the culture, the norms, but I am who I am, and at a certain level can't help it. And then I get in there, and it's like a cubicle with a little sliding door. The sliding door is so narrow, like I had to squeeze through it. This country is not designed for giant American men. It's not. But that's okay. So, anyways, did my charging. It was great to get off my feet and just chill for a little while. There's a computer there, at least a 10, 15-year-old computer. It was running slow as shit, but I just watched some YouTube on my phone, charged, camera, more so the camera. But got that taken care of. I was glad to have the 2 hours. I wound up bouncing, 15 minutes early, because the night's not over yet. But it was a silly experience. I'm glad I checked that one off the list. And shit, I can use a Manga Cafe anytime. You just need to rest for an hour or two. It's great. I've thought about this a lot. There's not anything like that really in the States. So, over the years, I have spent some time being unhoused. by and large, voluntarily so. But, you know, nonetheless, it is a truth. And in these situations, you know, sometimes you just need a place to like exist. You know, in the US, all the third places are like, you know, restaurants, bars, coffee shops, stores. You know, other than just like going and sitting in the park, there's really nowhere in public you can go to just kind of veg out. You know, you go to a coffee shop and like you lay down on a bench, they'll kick you out of there. You know, it's like, get out of here, you fucking bum. But so I really like that. Like, internet cafes were a thing in the States. You know, I guess really before Wi-Fi became ubiquitous, smartphones and all that, when, you know, to use the internet, we were all still tethered to a desktop more or less. So internet cafes aren't really a thing in the States anymore. They should be. It's great. I paid 1,300 yen, which was like $8.60, and I just got to rest for 2 hours. Use the computer, charge my phone. You know, they had like sodas and coffees that if you were a paying customer, you could just, it was included. And they had a big library of manga to, you know, was for you to read there. I didn't read any. You know, it was all in Japanese. And I was also just focused on what I was doing.